even with everyone saying I would not. There was no such thing as a black ballerina. One, in the beginning, be a nun, but I used to ask God, do I have to get dressed the same way all the time? Like, can I, jazz it up with shoulder pads and necklaces? And I had the opportunity to be chosen to dance and then to be chosen to be trained as a classical ballet dancer. And that was at the age of 7. So I wanted to dance, even with everyone saying I would not. There was no such thing as a black ballerina. By the age of 12, I turned professional and was going on tour. And, by 15, I was living in boarding houses for dancers and models. And, people always ask my parents, weren't you nervous to let her go? My parents were like, have you met her? I always wanted to go to Europe. I always wanted to travel and had the opportunity to first go to Greece to do a show. We would be the first American dancers to open up this theater, Rex Theater, that was very famous in Greece. And after that, I was like, I'm not coming back. And I called my parents. I said, I'm not coming back. And I had an opportunity to go to Vienna. Vienna was a rough place for me personally, but career-wise, I did great things, even though no one wanted to sit next to me on the bus. But my dream was to always go to Paris. I wanted to go to Paris. Like, something always called me. And when I went to visit another dancer, I stood on the bridge and I just cried. And I said, I'll be back here in 4 months. A lot of dancers always wanted to go to Japan, and they always hire tall, blonde, or European. So I was like, I'm never going to get that contract. I don't really care. My career was going so well in Europe. And the owner of the theater came to France, and she asked to take a meeting, that she keeps hearing about me and that she would like for me to come. And I was like, not interested. And I kept saying no, and finally said yes, and went and did the contract there. And it was amazing. And I want to do something else. The trick is I didn't know what that something else was, but I kept walking by an abandoned building and I kept hearing a song in my head. And I was like, you know what? That's my theater. I'm going to open up a show. Long story short, I ended up making a deal with the partners that own the theater that I was dancing in.